The arrival of two giant pandas from China is a big deal for one Toronto City councillor. Raymond Cho worked for nearly a decade to get the animals to the city. And Councillor Cho is with me now in our studio. So, Councillor, you were there at the airport today. What were you feeling as you saw these pandas arrive in Canada for the first time?
Well, I was exceedingly happy. This is a big day for Canada and China. And our Honorable Prime Minister Stephen Harper was there with his wife. The president of FedEx was there, and so many dignitaries. And I feel so proud. I'm one of the VIPs to welcome two pandas.
And you've been working on this for the past 10 years.
Yes.
What were you thinking when you saw these pandas? What was it like for you? What kind of feelings did you have?
Well, it's a real sense of achievement. And it's like re-establishing the relationship between two countries. And the pandas, as we know, is like informal ambassadors of China. You don't get the pandas unless you have a very good relationship between two countries. And I felt overwhelmingly thankful to our Prime Minister, our Toronto Zoo staff, Toronto Board, and China. And actually, it happened about 3 years ago. I was the chairman of the Toronto Zoo Board about 3 terms. And about 3 years ago, when I was the chair, I invited Dr. Ming-Tek Chung. He's the chairman and the CEO of the Chinese Cultural Center. And we needed Chinese connection. And he knows a lot of important people in China, in Canada. So he became one of the board members. And with him, we established the Panda Task Force subcommittee right on the Toronto Zoo Management Board. And on that committee, we invited the Honorable MP Michael Chung, Gordon Chung, former Metro Councillor,
so
other dignitaries.
There's a lot of people that were involved in trying to get these pandas here. What do you think it is about? Why are people so fascinated with pandas, or why was it such a priority?
Well, I think a panda itself, they are very cute animals, and people love pandas. Also, panda is the flagship of endangered species. So by bringing panda to Canada, it means a lot in so many ways. First, we care about environment. We care about the panda itself. But also, it brings up the good relationship, friendship between two countries. And the Toronto Zoo is one of the top 10 zoos in the world.
What about the timing, though? You know, there are some experts saying that the timing wasn't quite right because this is a good time. Pandas don't reproduce that often, and we certainly would want to see a baby emerge from these two pandas. And this is a key mating period, and that may have disrupted all of that.
Oh, I don't know. They're going to stay with the Toronto Zoo at least 5 years, and then they move up to the Calgary Zoo. And within 5 years, their age is 4 and 5. They're getting into just over teenager and good parenthood age. So although they may be tired this year, they have 5 years to consume, and hopefully will have panda babies.
And just a sense from you, what do you hope people in Toronto who get to go and see these pandas, what do you hope they'll learn, or what do you hope they'll take away from that experience? Because the last time these pandas were here was a generation ago. They were only here for about 100 days, I believe. And so 5 years in Toronto, 5 years in Calgary, that's a long time.
Right.
What do you hope the experience will mean for people who go and see them?
Well, I think Toronto Zoo will prepare all kinds of educational programs. So especially young children and the school-age children, when they come, they will learn a lot of environment issues through Panda program. It will bring lots of people, grandparents, they bring their children and friends. Also, timing is very good. You mentioned maybe wrong time. I think it is the right time and perfect time. We have 3 elephants. They are about to retire to pause. And,
to California. They're going to California.
That's right, California in pause. So we are kind of saddened. But because the panda coming up, admission will go up. And in 2015 is, as we know, Pan Am Game. So many people will come to Toronto, see the Panda game, and undoubtedly, most people will visit the Toronto Zoo, and they get to know panda.
So that's the economic argument, but is it good for these pandas to be in a zoo?
Well, yes or no. Of course, I like to see all the wild animals in the wild, but panda, they need a good protection for breeding purpose. Now, we have, I heard, roughly 300 pandas in captivity, and around 1,600 or so are in wild, but the number doesn't grow that fast. So we need a good protection and breeding program in captivity. So a lot of endangered species, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, they need a captivity and a breeding program in captivity.
Councillor, good of you to take the time. Thank you. That was Toronto City Councillor Raymond Cho.